are an innovator with online booking, because the overwhelming majority of people in the salon today are still looking, and they haven't jumped into the pool yet because it's very overwhelming. And in fairness to them, and I don't know what your experience has been, but just the online booking platform, for some clients it's difficult. It's intimidating depending on what platform you're using. Has it been pretty easy or seamless for you to either teach your clients or to encourage them to use it? I see you're nodding your head. What's that been like?
I mean, all of my clients have like expressed how easy it is. We use Mevo too.
Yes.
So they have an app for online booking and like a in-salon system, but I haven't had any complaints.
So out of, let's say, on a typical week, if whatever number of clients you are serving, how many of them are booking using the online booking feature? I know that a lot of them are rebooked already, pre-booked already, but
Right.
the ones that aren't, how many of them would, how many clients a week would use the online booking service?
A week, like for me personally, I would estimate about 15%.
So they're loving it. Do you have any clients using it like when they're in your chair and they're setting up they're like pre-booking themselves while they're in your chair?
Yes. And I have like, they love it. They're just so conditioned, and I'll have them process. And sometimes when I'm at the checkout and I'm saying, oh, we need to make your next appointment, they're like, oh, I already made it. And to touch on that too, like with our online booking, once you book a color or a haircut, we have a pop-up that comes up and it'll ask, do you want any additional add-on services? So it'll list like deep conditioning treatment, eyebrow wax, things like that. And I'm finding that almost every single client that books online at least adds a deep conditioning treatment.
Oh wow! And that just the program, the computer is programmed to ask them that, and
Right.
that the overwhelming majority of clients are taking the offer to heart, and actually, so there's add-ons that are happening for you from
Mm-hmm.
features on your online booking.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing something is happening on your retail where your income, personal income a month in retail is around 500, $600. What are you doing?
I just educated my clients on all the products. And the biggest thing that's really helped me that I've been doing for a few years, and when I focus on doing this, I see that my retail numbers are really high. I essentially do the shopping for my client. So while they're processing or anything, I determine what they need. I'll look at their history to see what they might need to stock up on. And I have little baskets. I'll put all their products in the basket and I'll set them in front of them. And that way they can kind of like ponder on it. They know that the retail like talk is coming. There's not anything sprung on them last minute while I'm walking them up to the front. And it's also easier for our front desk. So if I just hand the whole basket to our front desk and say, like, these are the items they're thinking about, if she wants to take any of them.
Wow. So I loved how you said that. I'll do the shopping for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So while you're processing, and I'll look up in your records and to see what your history is, and I'll put together an ensemble that I think would, and then you look at it, and if it's great, great. If you want to make some, pivots, great. But that's now become kind of part of your chairside manner, and that's built. I mean, when I'm doing, that's like you're doing like 6-7 grand a year in retail income.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm curious about is, do you think there's any connection between the pre-visit virtual consultations you're doing and clients buying more retail? Do you see? Is there any connection there, or is most of it what you've said about doing the shopping for them?
I do feel like some of the online bookers are more inclined to spend more on retail. Um, I guess I don't know what it is. I try to like put myself in their shoes and like think about, okay, if I'm on my phone and I'm actually putting my credit card into something and I'm actually picking a date and solidifying a date and a time, I guess in my mind, I would be ready to spend. So, sometimes like if you put
Oh,
things in,
wow.
you're like, oh, take them out of your cart. It's
Yeah.
when they actually make the purchase. I feel like their brain is already like inclined to spend more money.
So the idea that the credit card has already been taken before they show up, so it's all handled. At the end, there really is not really a checkout. It's done.
Yeah.
Right here's your bag, and you're rebooked, and so there isn't that traditional buying anxiety at the front, like should I or shouldn't I, because it's
Right.
already kind of prepaid.
Right.
Oh wow.
We tell them what our starting prices are.
Yeah.
So they also have an idea like, okay, well, I do plan to at least spend this much money. So they get to sit on that for a few weeks while they're waiting for their appointment to come up, knowing how much money they're going to spend. If your salon company doesn't offer a 401k, the other way that I save money is all of my tips go into a savings account. So I've racked up $11,000 since November, just in tips. So
And
if you don't have the 401k, like just putting your tips away is like a huge savings. My biggest goal in life is to pay off debt and keep my credit score high.
yes,
So that was when I kind of like woke up like, I don't want to live like this. It's a lot of stress to have all that debt.
there's something about those definable moments when we're walking through a big life change. We're saying, okay, if this is going to be a fresh start, I'm going to do this different. So today, that part of your life is very different. It's very,
Yeah.
I use them intentionally, but I pay them off so that I don't have debt.
Yeah. I just use it to get like frequent flyer points.
Yeah, I'm same way. Same way.
Yeah.
Delta hates us because we just use cards to get points. But yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.